kids on the playground, knowing their grandma isn't around anymore to enjoy these moments.
What scares me the most is I don't feel like my mom would go this long without any kind of contact with me.
It all began in October of 2017. Kelly Evans went missing from her home in Faulkner County. This year marks 5 years since Nikki Driscoll heard her mother's voice.
All I want is just closure. I just want to know what has happened and what's going on. I just want to know anything.
Nikki Driscoll says this case has been cold for about 4 years.
It's just nothing. It's just nothing. No leads. And you eventually just kind of lose hope in that aspect of it.
Driscoll partnered with the Morgan Nick Foundation to try to help bring answers to where her mom went. Morgan Nick went missing at the age of 6 from Alma in 1995. The foundation helped with putting a poster on the back of Driscoll's car.
So it's like wherever I go, I kind of feel like my mom's with me. I get to see her face every day.
And through it all, she has faith that answers will eventually be brought to light after being in the dark for so many years.
I know that I serve a God that can do what law enforcement and social media cannot. So I believe that one day I will have answers.
Hey guys, welcome back to Southern Gal True Crime. If this is your first time here, thanks so much for visiting. It is Friday, so we have our case of the week, which, as you can see from the intro, is a missing person case. This is a case from Arkansas from 2017. So I'll be bringing you all the information I have on that. Unfortunately, there's not a lot of information, but this is an important case, as all cases are to me. And this one's a little more so important to me, and I'll when we get into it, I'll tell you why. But first, let me get my slides going. Hopefully I won't experience too many technical difficulties. All right. Okay, so before we get into Kelly's case, I always feature a current missing person. And this information comes from the Morgan Nick Foundation Facebook page. Our missing person is Amari Joel Claiborne. He went missing from West Memphis, Arkansas on November 5th of this year. He is only 16 years old. He is a black male, 5'9", 120 pounds, with brown hair and brown eyes. So if you have any information about Amari or his disappearance, please contact the West Memphis Police Department at 870-732-1210. And I will put a link to the description, a link to this information in the description box. So I implore you, please share it anywhere and everywhere you can to get this information out to as many people as possible, as quickly as possible. All right, like I said, we're going to be taking a look this week at the disappearance of Kelly Evans. And I said that obviously all missing persons and cold cases are important to me. That's why I started my channel, to try to be a positive voice and advocate for the missing and for these unsolved cases. But this one is even more important to me. I'm in a Facebook group called Natural State True Crime Discussion. And it is an Arkansas-based group, but they feature cases from anywhere and everywhere. And a couple of days ago, I came across this post that another member of the group shared, which is from Nikki Driscoll, who you saw in the video in the intro. And obviously, Nikki is Kelly Evans' daughter. So Nikki had posted this on her personal page on October 14th of this year. And it says, today, October 14th, 2023, marks 6 years that my mom has been missing. We take people for granted in our life because they were just always there till one day they aren't anymore. And then the next thing you know, it's been so many years and there is still no closure and no answers. Please pray for my mama. I believe with my whole heart that she is still out there. I believe she is lost and in a situation where she cannot just come home. Please pray for God's hands to be upon her life and for closure and answers. I'm getting emotional again just reading it. But when I came across this, aside from the victim, obviously, or the missing person, the family and loved ones are the most important parts of these cases. And I'm sorry, I'll try to calm down, get my composure here. But Nikki, I don't know if Nikki herself has posted directly into the Facebook group, and I will put a link also to the Facebook group. But like I said, other members have shared her post from her personal page, several posts about how much she misses her mother. She wants answers. As you saw in the video, she said she just wants closure, and that is the most important part of these cases. So, being that October 14th marks 6 years that Kelly has been missing, and seeing this post, I was inspired to share Kelly's story. So I will give you the information that I do have. And this information, most of this information comes from the Charley Project. So Kelly went missing on October 14th of 2017 from Enola, Arkansas. She is a white female, 54 years old, 5'6", 125 to 185 pounds. She was last seen wearing a white tank top, white athletic shorts or blue jeans, brown boots, and a hat. Now keep that description in mind for some later information. She has red hair, green eyes. She has tattoos, an orchid, heavens, and flower on her lower back, barbed wire and roses on her left shoulder and left side of her neck. She had freckles on her arms, face, and shoulders, and she may have spelled her name with an I, Kelli. So that is the basic description of what she was wearing. So she was last seen at her home, which is in a very rural area, and I did go on Google Maps and to give you an idea of how rural this area is. On White Oak Road, which is in Enola, Arkansas. Her purse, a black and white zebra print bag, disappeared with her, but she left her wallet behind. So it is unclear why she would have taken her purse and left her wallet behind. That's one of the mysteries. And, oh, I got to get my tablet. This is an excerpt from an interview with, sorry, I forgot that I had an article I wanted to read to you. While I'm finding it, you can read. This is an excerpt from an article with Kelly Driscoll, which is her daughter. And I'm hoping I have I'm sorry. Oh, come on. There we go. I found it. Okay. So this comes from KARK.com, and it is from 2017, not too long after Kelly went missing. And it says, the daughter of a missing Faulkner County woman is pleading for your help. Her mother, 54-year-old Kelly Evans, has been missing since October 14th. Nikki Driscoll describes her mom as an old soul. She kept to herself, enjoyed time alone, but she would never disappear like this. Nikki says, I've checked emails, I've checked Facebook, I've checked everything that I knew to check, and there's nothing. It's like she's just gone, like she just vanished into thin air. Nikki last heard from her mom through text on Saturday, October 14th, but later that night she said the text stopped. She went out to her mom's home on White Oak in Enola a couple of days later, but she found nothing. She found no sign of her mother. And as far as I've read in articles I've come through, there was no sign of a struggle or any forced entry or anything of that nature. Nikki goes on to say, White Oak is very rural. There's a lot of ground to cover. Oh, I'm sorry. This is Lieutenant Chad Woolley, who is the lead detective on the case. There's a lot of ground to cover, a lot of open fields, a lot of woods. He says, I've actually been up in a helicopter. We searched by air. We searched by foot on four-wheelers, anything you can imagine that they use to search this very vast area. Now, there have been, allegedly, there were several reported sightings of Kelly, but once deputies get there, there's no sign of her. Now, this is from 2017. As far as I know, there have been no recent sightings of Kelly. Nikki says, whenever these sightings are reported, she says, my heart stops and I just pray that it's her. I just want her to come home. As another day comes to an end without her mom and best friend, Driscoll and deputies are asking for your help in finding Kelly. Just let us know that she's okay. Just let me know that she's okay because I want her to come home. I need her, but mainly I just need to know that she is okay. Now, investigators do not suspect foul play in this case. They say we're committed to finding her and we're going to keep searching till we do. Nikki said the only thing her mom took with her was her purse, but her wallet was left behind. And note this, the purse is a black and white zebra print bag. Deputies are following all leads, so if you see something, contact Faulkner County deputies. And I will, when we get to the end, give you a phone number you can call if you happen to have any information about Kelly or her disappearance. So I just wanted to bring you that interview with Nikki. It always just touches my heart. I just feel so bad for Nikki and for the rest of the family. This case was not a big case, didn't get a lot of, that I know of, a national exposure. It got some local exposure, but it has not been brought up in that I could find in the last few years, couple of years, year or so. So that's why I wanted to do this video. So this is from Google Maps, and it is, you can see White Oak Road there, which is, and I'm not sure if that's the exact location. You can see the two pins of where the home is. But just to give you an idea of how rural this area is, there's nothing around. And I do have an aerial shot from Google Maps of, I believe, the actual house that I will show you. There's a lot of wooded area around. As you can see above the red pin there, it looks like maybe a small body of water, but there's just nothing. So it is unknown since there was no sign of a struggle or anything that they consider foul play, did Kelly just wander off into the woods and got hurt, accidental death, or she just wandered away, couldn't find her way home? That's one of the big questions, obviously. But it's just such a sad case. So as far as the possible sightings of Kelly, there was a possible sighting of Kelly walking eastbound on Highway 225 in Greenbrier, Arkansas, just a few days after her disappearance. It says the person that resembled Kelly was wearing a hat, blue jeans, and carrying a black and white zebra print purse. So if you go back to the description of what she was last known to be wearing and carrying, the hat caught my attention, and obviously the black and white zebra print purse. Now she went missing in 2017. Now, if this was been back in the late 80s, 90s, I would say that a black and white zebra print, because I grew up in the 80s and 90s, a black and white zebra print purse would not be, it would be, you would see a lot of zebra print back then. But being that this was 2017, I don't know that a black and white zebra print would be as common as it would have been back in the day. So to me, the zebra print purse sticks out. And it was a key to, not really evidence, but she did have it with her. This sighting was not confirmed. And as you can see, once again, I went to Google Maps, and the red pin that you see on the left-hand side is Greenbrier. And if you follow the blue route down is Enola, which is where Enola is where she went missing from. And it says that she's walking, and the highlighted blue area is Highway 225. So if she was seen walking eastbound from Greenbrier, she would have been going, and she was walking, she would have been going back towards in the direction of Enola. As you see, I put the drive time is just about 17 to 20 minutes. Now, if you see at the top, the walking time would be about 4.5 to 5 hours. So if this was Kelly, and like I said, it was not confirmed, is it possible that she was ended up when she disappeared, she ended up in Greenbrier somewhere? She was trying to get back home. She maybe got a ride with somebody, didn't make it back to Enola, and is unknown because in this rural areas, at least I live in Arkansas, when they say highway, it could either be, because I'm not familiar with this part of Arkansas, it could either be, when they say highway, just a 2-lane rural highway, which is just 2 lanes, back and forth, or it could be what they call a 4-lane divided highway, which you have, it's kind of like a freeway, but or an interstate, but technically it's not. It's two opposite lanes of traffic with a median or some kind of divider in between. I'm sure y'all know what. Probably that was a probably very poor explanation of that, but in any case, is it possible that Kelly could have got a ride from someone she didn't know, was trying to get back to Enola, trying to get back home, and she disappeared? Or if she was walking, she could have wandered, walked off into, any number of possibilities could have happened. That's what makes this case so frustrating and so sad, is because we have such little information about what happened to Kelly. All right, so that was the one or unconfirmed sighting, but to me, in my opinion, and I'm sure the police did check it out, but that would I would have definitely checked it out, and possibly could have been Kelly, but that's just my opinion. So this is a picture. When I searched Kelly's name on Google, this picture came up. I'm not 100% sure if you can see in the middle there the little green pin. I'm assuming this is the actual house, but as you can see, there's a lot of wooded area around there. No other houses close. So it's kind of like what I call out in the country, out in the middle of nowhere. So at the time after Kelly disappeared, investigators did search the property. They were unable to find anything to lead them to the location of where Kelly might be. Unfortunately, the case became cold. No new leads came in. Like I said, they had several suspected sightings or reported sightings of Kelly. As far as I know, none of those were ever confirmed. In 2020, Sheriff Tim Riles did reopen the case, and he assigned a Sergeant Hill to lead the investigation. They went back in 2020 to search the property again with the aid of the Major Crimes Unit. They were able to search the property again using tools such as drones, cadaver dogs, and I'm sure they use the four-wheelers and other modes of transportation also. But unfortunately, that search of the property did not turn up any evidence of Kelly or what could have happened to her. So as of 2023, like I said, October 14th marks 6 years. She's still not been found, not been heard from. As I said earlier, foul play is not suspected, but obviously the circumstances of her disappearance are unclear. So if you do have any information regarding Kelly or her disappearance or possible whereabouts, you can contact the Faulkner County Sheriff's Department at 501-328-4160. And once again, this is from the Morgan Nick Foundation, missing from Conway, Arkansas. October 14th, 2017. Currently, Kelly would be 54 years old, 5'6", 185 pounds, brown hair, green eyes. And once again, there is the phone number you can call. So I think that was the last slide. Yeah. So like I said, this was a case that, seeing Nikki's posts that have been shared in the Facebook group, just always feel so bad, and feel so much for these family members that have either lost a loved one or their loved one is missing. And I just wanted, this is important. All cases are important, as I said, but I just wanted to share this one especially because it has been 6 years and Nikki is still looking for answers, as is the rest of the family. So I would implore you, please, like this video, comment on it, share it. The more likes, comments, shares, the more the YouTube pushes it out to more people, and the more people that see it, the better, to get this information and Kelly's story out there. So it's Friday. Sunday, I do, unless something changes, I do have a live stream, True Crime Sunday live stream planned. We're going to be taking a look at the Melissa Witt case. I came across an article the other day mentioning some, either I don't know how new the information is, or the information was new to me, that I just wanted to bring to you, because this Melissa Witt case, I've got to slow down. I've been called out for talking too fast on my videos. It's just the Southern in me. But I wanted to bring you this information about the Melissa Witt case in case you've never heard of it. And if you have never heard of it, I have done a full video on it. You can find it in the Unsolved Cold Case playlist. So I urge you to take a look at it. It gives you all the information. And like I said, we'll be talking about that Sunday. So until then, take care of yourselves. Be careful out there. Take care of each other so we can all make it through this life safely. And I will see you Sunday. Thanks for watching.